of those award ceremonies that we had earlier on in the weekend, where Kenya was declared the world's leading safari destination, some more news to see just how we'll be able to cope with the growing numbers. The groundbreaking ceremony of Terminal 4 will be happening tomorrow, and we're here with the Transport Cabinet Secretary, Engineer Michael Kamau. Thank you very much for joining us to tell us more about this. So tell us the benefits of Terminal 4 and what it would confer on the tourism sector and the travel industry.
The airport is very congested. Jomo Kenyatta, which was opened in 1978, had a capacity of 2.5 million passengers, and it is handling 6.5 million passengers at the moment. Because we have not opened Terminal 4. We opened Terminal 4 at the end of this month, and it has a capacity of 2.5 million passengers. So that brings us to 5 million passengers. Then we build a temporary terminal by April of next year. That brings the capacity to 7.5 and will be a bit comfortable. But the big thing is we are starting what we call the Greenfield Terminal, a brand new terminal, about 2 kilometers away from the old terminal, the one that exists, Terminal 1, 2, and 3. And this will have a capacity of 20 million passengers. And it is a state-of-the-art terminal.
And we expect phase 1 to be completed by March next year. By then, the airport will be able to handle how many passengers?
Now, what we'll complete next year is a temporary terminal. Okay. You recall that we had a fire at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, and we are still using the parking garage. We want to move passengers from the parking garage into the new temporary terminal. Okay. But what we are starting tomorrow is a brand new terminal with a capacity of 20 million passengers.
Right. We're talking about 55 billion shillings being spent on this. Let's talk about the financing of it. 85% of it, of course, coming from loans. Let's talk about that, and have you identified the partners and the process of that? Of course, the taxpayer would be interested to know.
First of all, the taxpayer or the traveler, the passenger, has been paying $40 for departing passengers. And we have built up a kitty of several billion, which we are going to borrow from, which we are going to use for the construction. The rest of the money is being borrowed from a consortium of banks, and we have 3 banks that have put very competitive bids. We'll pick one of them, but we are starting the construction off with our own money. Okay. What is important is we are not going for any sovereign guarantee or any government guarantees. We are borrowing on the basis of the balance sheet of KIA.
All right. Part of the proposals here is the extension of the runway as well.
Yes.
And that may possibly affect the residents of Syokimau in one way or another. Tell us about that and how it will affect them and how you perhaps plan to go ahead with this.
No, you know, the airport lot is very big, and we reoccupied it after it was illegally occupied. So we are not getting into anybody's land. But the second runway, which will be 5.5 kilometers, is not coming under this phase. What we are just putting under this phase is just the temporary terminal, and we are not affecting anybody. There is no acquisition. We have enough land at JKIA.
All right, and this will help to boost the tourism numbers, obviously, and perhaps help us earn some more money from the travel industry.
Indeed. Nairobi, this will put Nairobi right. It will make Nairobi what we've always wanted it to be, a hub. Number one, Kenya Airways has the Mawigo plan, where they want to get to 88 aircraft in another 6 years. At the moment, they have 46 aircraft, and there is no parking for them. So we are providing parking, parking about additional parking 40 for aircrafts. This terminal will have 40 contact gates. That means you won't have to walk in the rain or in the sun. Everything is you join from the lounge into the aircraft. A parking for total capacity installed of about 5,900 vehicles. There is a railway station. You can come from the central station in Nairobi, get your booking, do your bookings there, and then straight into the airport and into the aircraft from a railway station, which is something that we don't have at the existing terminal. Okay. There will be a bus terminus for dedicated buses that will be picking passengers and take them to the city center, just for airport passengers, a shuttle service. So it's a modern aircraft, what we call seamless connectivity between air and land transport.
Okay, all right. Indeed, we look forward to that. That's taking place tomorrow, the groundbreaking ceremony. Thank you very much for your time this evening.
And most welcome tomorrow.
All right,
you not boycott the occasion.
Hopefully we won't do that. Thank you.